Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Commercial Real Estate Financing Show. I'm your host, Adam.lipkin, the CPACE guy. Really excited to be creating this YouTube channel and having a resource available for PACE financing, commercial PACE financing. PACE stands for Property Assessed Clean Energy. It really should stand for Property Assessed Capex because it's such a wide range of capital expenditures that when you think about clean energy, you're kind of not really clear on what kind of improvements are covered. If you're interested in getting a guide to be able to see all the types of improvements that range from your structural, mechanical systems, your lighting, and a ton of other costs, send me a message. We find on average that on a new development project, PACE could cover up to 20% of your total project budget. And for any existing projects, if you're doing just a capital improvement plan, it can finance 100% of those improvements. What ends up happening is states adopt PACE legislation, now close to 32 states, 19 active states. We're going to focus mostly on Florida on the show, but we'll be also covering some of the active markets, which include California, Texas, Colorado. There's some parts of the Northeast. It's really developing quite fast. We're going to have a map that we're going to show you in just a second, where you're going to see different areas that are highlighted, where PACE is already active, and also where it's pending, where it'll be live in the next few months. If you don't see a city or a county on the map that's shaded, send us a message. We'll tell you where it's at. We might even include that as a talking point in an upcoming episode. Okay, so right here next to me, as my weatherman, little setup will show, is that we have a number of states in green that already have active PACE programs. California was one of the first states that came online with PACE, which actually got started on the residential side. Now, quickly is moving all across the country on the commercial side. Some of the other states to highlight, Texas is becoming a very active PACE market where we're doing a lot of types of deals. Florida specifically is where we're going to focus on every week, cover some of the new cities and counties that are coming on board. So let's zoom in on Florida for a second. All right, guys, so here we have a map of Florida. You could see all the areas in red. Those are the areas where we're already active with PACE programs. So you could see that, a lot of parts of South Florida, areas around Orlando, Tampa, some of the parts around Mid-State, Gainesville, Alachua County, and then right on through the Panhandle. So it's really quickly becoming where, a lot of the key areas in the state are jumping into the PACE program. A lot of the community is asking for it. They're seeing how this is just such a great, low cost, effective way to finance a lot of their capital improvement projects. Let's just zoom in a little bit more on South Florida for now and see what's going on in the Tri-County area. You'll see that there's a lot of red areas, which is a good thing if you're interested in getting a PACE program in your market. You'll see Palm Beach is all on board. You'll see all of Broward County is on board. And some parts of Miami, including Miami Beach and North Miami Beach, are already on board and active with PACE. Some pending markets we're going to get into in just a minute, including City of Miami, which is a major win. Really exciting for all the projects that could be put to use with PACE. You should know a little bit about how this works. So cities and counties choose to opt into the PACE program. What ends up happening is the county will pass what's called a resolution to make PACE active in the market. Some counties, when they come on board, have all the cities go with them. Other counties, when the county come on board, it's only the unincorporated parts of the county. So Miami is an interesting county where if the county comes on board, which it is, covers all the unincorporated parts of Miami. However, each city needs to opt in to the PACE program as well to make PACE available in the city limits. Main cities that are pending that are going to be on board in the next month or two are City of Miami, City of Doral, City of Coral Gables, City of Hialeah, and a few others. Oftentimes we get asked, if there's a project in your area, when's PACE going to be on board? Some of these cities are coming on board anywhere from a month to now to 2 or 3 months. So it's always good to send us a message either by email or call. We'll let you know where that city is at. Also, there's ways that you can move things along even quicker. Oftentimes, if there's an exciting project happening in a city that hasn't brought on a PACE program, there's specific steps that can be taken to help encourage commissioners and mayor to be able to look at adopting PACE for their city, especially when other cities in the county have already chosen to get on board with the PACE program. Let's cover some other major parts of the state where we're getting a lot of requests. City of Orlando and Tampa. So much activity going on there. So let's go for a second and you'll see some of the parts around Orlando that are on board with the PACE program. So here we are in the central part of the state, and you'll notice there's a lot of shaded areas. City of Orlando, really major market where there's a lot of activity. City of Orlando is all on board now over the last few months, but yet the county's not on board. So figure that one out. We definitely see sometimes where some commissioner, for whatever reason, get in their head that they're not ready for the PACE program, need to do a little bit more research. Other times the city really wants to jump into it. And so that's what we have here, where Orange County is still pending, but yet City of Orlando, as well as other cities within the county, are on board. Just to the south, you'll see that there's a number of cities. Kissimmee is on board. Number of other areas like all around Disney are on board. And then just kind of going off to the West Coast, there's also some pockets that are on board, including unincorporated Hillsborough County. So I've been getting a lot of requests around this area in Brandon, where you'll see a lot of new development happening. It's a great market to be able to look at seeing how PACE could help you out. But yet City of Tampa isn't on board yet. I'm going to shame City of Tampa into doing something about this. We need to be able to get them moving forward with the PACE program. A lot of great projects that would love to put this to use. Going a little bit further south, you could see that markets around Bradenton, whole areas around Pinellas County. So a lot happening in the state of Florida and continue to happen every single week. Again, definitely if you have a project in a particular city that's not mentioned, let us know. Send us an email. We'll make sure to give you an update, maybe cover it on the next show. You should know that many cities are opting in weekly into a PACE program. Also, if you have a project that's really exciting for the city, usually helps speed up the process to make PACE available. It's always great when you can tell a commissioner in your city that, listen, that project that everybody's looking for, we want to use PACE financing for it to help make the project more energy efficient and resilient. So there's some things you could do to be able to speed up that process too. Overall, want to make this available. Any questions you have answered, we're going to be also talking to contractors, lenders, developers that are using PACE in their projects and get into some of the behind the scenes of how that's actually taking place. Make sure you subscribe to this channel to get updates when the latest show's coming out. Join our LinkedIn page to be able to also hear some of the latest of what's going on. And we'll see you next episode.